Good. What's up, guys? How we doing?
Doing well, doing well. Just kind of walk us through how that all happened, how you played on it all year.
Yeah. Back in July, I kind of tweaked it a little bit. I got an MRI. It was just partially torn. They said I might have some nagging comfortability throughout the season until I could rest it after the season, and so that's kind of what I went on. Kind of had some instability issues, but I just wanted to play through it. I just wanted to make sure I could be available for every game, and it wasn't until after the season when realized that at some point from July to the end of the season that it fully tore. And so I was just happy that I was able to play through all that. So.
From late October on, you had your thumb, you had the knee. How healthy were you?
I was healthy enough to play, and that's all that mattered to me. I wanted to make sure I gave it everything I had this year, especially being my last year. And if I was feeling great, I was going to play, and no matter what was going on. And so thanks to the whole training staff to help me get through all my injuries. I'm just happy I got through the season.
Was it, was there ever a moment, maybe even in hindsight, you look back on it and say maybe that was, like you felt something but you just didn't think much of it at the time, or did you just really not realize at all that you fully torn it the last year?
Yeah, I mean, I had, some nagging issues. I think the best case or best time that I can guess when it happened was actually in fall camp. Just running around trying to escape the pocket, kind of just had a moment. But it was one of those things where I just felt like they said it was going to be all right, and I was able to walk it off and finish practice. So I was like, there's no way anything could be much worse. So that's my best guess, but I have no way to know for sure. I mean, a little bit here and there changed my mindset. Obviously, I feel very confident throwing the ball, and so that's what I like to do anyways. And so it didn't really change too much of what I usually want to do. But I definitely had in my mind. So if I could make more time in the pocket to deliver a throw, I'd rather do that rather than just to run around. But I knew it's part of the game, part of the position, and something that I need to utilize. And so if I had to run, I would run.
Curtis, part of the scores after the season, part of the scores after the season was Indiana didn't deserve to be here.
Yeah.
Maybe on the numbers they suggested otherwise.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? Did you pay attention to it, or was it frustrating?
It wasn't frustrating at all. I mean, everybody in that locker room, including myself, knew what we were worth and knew that we could, go into any game and win those games. And so, if anything, it was just fuel to our fire. We had a lot of really great guys, really great character guys, and guys that bought into, what Coach Signetti and the rest of the staff, was doing. And so, every game we felt confident, and the more that we won, the more that we knew that we could take on anybody. Yeah, their defense is great, and it's the reason they won the national championship. It was a really awesome environment to go into and a good learning experience for a lot of us. I think it showed, what it takes to win those games. You got to be really perfect to beat teams, especially with so much talent. And so I think we shot ourselves in the foot a lot throughout that game, and so it was a good learning opportunity for us. How much I love football. Just being able to go through the season with a new team, with new scheme and all that, and just being out there to just go play. And it was really just an awesome experience. It was the reason I transferred. Wanted to get that opportunity to play against the best competition and show that I belonged. And so being able to do that with the team that we had, it was just really special. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously he wasn't able to go to the combine, so I'm kind of filling him in on what it's like. But he's been through this. It's great to have an older brother who's succeeded at the highest levels himself, and so just being able to bounce things off of him and kind of just talking through with him has been really helpful. Yeah, I think it set the foundation for what Indiana football is going to be like for years to come. I mean, Coach Signetti is going to be there for a while, and he's going to be continuing to build teams that are going to be competitive. And so I always say that the last team set the foundation, and it's going to be even better from now on. So.
What do you attribute to the toughness of playing for a torn ACL? I mean, I don't want to use the stereotype of being like, like how Canadian guys like yourself,
Yeah.
especially in hockey, play through significant injuries. Do you attribute any of that to why you decided to play through the season on the torn ACL?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best part about playing through it was just not knowing, and I didn't want to miss any time. I've been grateful enough to have to not miss many games, even though I've had a couple of injuries throughout my career, and so I just wanted to be out there. Every time I've got injured, it's shown me how much I love football and how much I don't want to miss it. And so any opportunity that I was given to get in to play, I wanted to. And that's kind of going back to when I hurt my thumb. I wanted to be out for as little amount of time as possible. So as soon as I could grip a ball, I was ready to go. So. I think just playing it and developing a passion for it as a young age. I started playing tackle football when I was 4 years old, and although I was kind of afraid of tackling at that point when I was young. When I first started playing quarterback, that was just my love, and I've loved it ever since. So.
What was the experience like for you in Bloomington being part of the Anderson Party? So obviously it's been like 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. Bloomington, the fans, IU fans, just seeing them come around the football team, it showed that they've been waiting for this and for a season like this and a team like this. And so it was just really encouraging to know that we have one of the best fan bases in football, and they're going to continue to rally around the team for years to come.
Kurtis, with the resurgence with the surge and all of a sudden seeing a ton of Canadian players represented in the NFL, what does it mean to represent the Maple Leafs for you?
Oh, it means everything. I mean, that's Canada is where it all started, and where I developed a passion for football, and even though it's not as highly regarded as it is here down in the United States, it's definitely on the rise. I mean, we got a lot of Canadian players that are being noticed out of high school, but also just showing what they can do in college as well, and it's really great to see, and I'm excited to see other Canadian players do the same and have that same path for sure. Yeah, it really is day by day, but talking to my doctors, my surgeons, training camp is definitely a realistic possibility now. Thankfully progressing pretty well, and so training camp's my goal, and I think I'll be able to hit that for sure.
How much is kind of the sales pitch you had as far as philosophy? Like, this is what I did in 2024 on a torn ACL in my first season in the Big Ten. This is how much better I feel like I can be in 2025 and beyond when I'm healthy. Is that kind of part of the pitch you kind of let me know?
Yeah, absolutely. I look back and look at how great the team did and how well I was able to perform with the torn ACL, and so I just look at and want to tell teams that if I did that on a torn ACL and a broken thumb, imagine what I can do when I'm fully healthy. So. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I actually played against him when he was at Kent State and I was at Ohio, and so I was much happier to be on the same team as him because he hits hard, he's a hard worker, and it's awesome to be able to see him succeed and at the bowl games and when he ran yesterday and did drills, and so I'm really happy for him and know that he's going to be an impact player when he gets to the next level. In the NFL? There's so many great ones right now. I love watching all of them. I think it can vary in different years, but I'm just excited to be a part of the NFL and all those great quarterbacks.
You talked about your passion for football. How much of that was derived from being the younger brother?
Yeah, I mean, my brother definitely got me into football initially. Being a younger brother, just wanted to do whatever he was doing, and so definitely got into it, and then having that competitive aspect with your brother, you wanted to compete in everything that you do, and so when we were both playing football, we were comparing stats and obviously in a way that we were supporting each other, but having that little banter back and forth was awesome, and it's definitely helped push me and build my competitiveness is today. So. Yeah. Yeah. That means everything. I mean, he was a big part in getting my foot in the door when I went to Ohio. Ohio was my only offer, and largely because of Nathan was success at Ohio then. And so, I just needed that one opportunity, and so he was a big part of that, and he's been there for me in every part of my life, and continue to watch him succeed in everything and every level he's at. And so I'm glad that he's in my corner at all times.
Curtis, what's the one skill or set of skills you feel like you have that is going to be what you quote with team later in the draft says this is worth a late round investment and hoping that they get a sleeper?
Yeah, I like to use my experience to as one of my strengths. I've played in a lot of football. I've learned a lot, and I've been a part of some really explosive offenses. I've been a part of a lot of winning teams, and it's helped me with my the way that I see the field, the way that I process, the way that I anticipate and play on time. And so, and the best part is I'm still growing and learning. And so I have a lot of opportunity to learn at the next level. I can't wait to be coached and continue to learn and get better. And so I'm just excited for this opportunity.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the first time you quarterback since the combine, what does that mean to you to represent the combine?
It means everything. I mean, honestly, it just Indiana's like I said is on the rise, and so I don't think I'll be the first in a while. I think someone else is going to come, and even next year. But obviously Nate Sudfeld being one of the greats from IU, it means a lot to be included in that conversation, and I'm just happy the Hoosiers are being recognized.
Last two for Curtis. I don't know if you take away the most of your time with Coach.
Just honestly that he's a very genuine guy, and in what you guys see, in the media is who he is, and he's a winner. He knows what it takes to win, and he's got a formula. I don't know how he does it, but it's pretty impressive.
Last one for Curtis.
I don't know if you've talked to Fernando Mendoza at all or not, but somebody who has,
Yep.
as a quarterback, had to absorb a lot of coaching that he's, sort of system and style really quickly. What would you tell a quarterback stepping in are kind of the most important things at this time of year to make sure you're prepared?
Yeah, I mean, he's, I've known him a little bit through his younger brother as well, and so I knew him before he was being recruited by IU, and so, and he's a talented guy, and kind of be in the same situation where he's, we both played a lot of ball before coming to IU. Just, I would just tell him, just trust yourself, trust your training. You walk into a great staff, great coach, and great scheme, and so, absorb as much as you can, but just revert back to what you're training, and the reason you're there is because you're talented enough, and just you don't have to overthink it. Just go in and play ball.
Thanks, guys. That's it, guys. He's got to go. Thanks, Curtis. Do you want to take that?
Yeah, thank you. Nice seeing you guys.